What's up, YouTube land? This your boy Capture Nation coming to you with another exclusive video. Today we're gonna talk about, yes, 4 different Canons, all underneath $400, a little over $400 if you buy them new, and they all can get the job done. Vlogging, basic camera, photography, which camera will work for you is the question. But first, let's let the intro run. We'll be right back. What's up? Thank you for the subscribers that's returning. If you're new to the channel, I'm Capture Motion, aka Cap Nation. It's Cap Nation World. Also call me AJ. Today we're gonna talk about cameras. I have 4 different cameras that I'm gonna talk about today with you, and the pros and cons of each one. And let's see if it'll work for you. When I started shooting, my first camera I had was a Canon T2i. That's my baby. The specs on that camera: 18 megapixels. It was a crop sensor. 6400 ISO was the max. Expansive 128. It had 63 zone dual layer metering system. It had 1920 to 820 full HD. Had a 3-inch swivel screen on the back. I love that camera. That camera did everything I wanted to do. It is a discontinued Canon right now, but you can find one of those on the market, probably like for $200. If I can find a link for it, I will leave it in the box below. But my first camera I want to talk to you about is this one right here. It is the Canon. It's the Canon PowerShot SX700. And the specs on this is going for $399, brand new out the box. But Amazon have it for a whopping $113. Okay, it has built-in Wi-Fi. It has 16 megapixels. It's also assisted a crop sensor, 6 images processor, 30 optical zoom, 4 digital zoom. It also has an engine stabilizer in it. It don't have a swivel on it, and it captures 1080. What makes it a great camera is this: it captures 1080. Hear me again, 1080 video. Yes. So what I did was, when I first started, and I didn't want to carry nothing big around, I just put it on a tripod, left it at its widest angle, and held my arm as wide as far as I get it from my face, and hope that I had myself framed for the shot. Another trick, and this is my trick for everybody. You listening? You listening? Before you hit that record button, go find you a mirror or something that will reflect. And when you hold your camera up, if you don't have a swivel screen on your camera, hold your camera up to the mirror and look in the mirror to see if your camera has you in frame before you hit record. That's a trick I learned. You can see your screen, your back screen, in the mirror, and if your ass ain't in, if your ass is not in frame, you would know. Okay, 113. This is the camera. Love this camera, but with love, there's always dislike. Okay, it's like a yin and yang effect. Okay, what I dislike about this camera was the battery dies fast. Yes, you need multiple batteries. So if you was to get this camera for the $113, please invest in you multiple batteries, and invest in you a better charger so that you can charge on the go while you're in your car. Just in case you out there and you shooting video and your camera dies, you will have a backup. That's one thing I can say is the con about this right here. You cannot go in. Well, you can go in manual and adjust everything: your shutter speed, your aperture, and your ISO. However, you can't do like the other 3 cameras. Well, 2 of the cameras that we're gonna talk about. Is some settings in those cameras that you cannot do with this camera. But for $113, when you're just getting started out, I think this camera will be a great starter for beginners. Okay. Now, My next camera, yes, it belongs to Sony. And it's not my camera. It's my wife's camera, okay? We bought her this camera because she wanted to start YouTubing. She put me on to YouTubing. It is the Sony CyberShot HX80 compact digital camera right here. Now, what makes this camera better than this camera is this. Watch. Bow. Flip screen. Yes. My wife was adamant about us getting her a camera with a flip screen. She was like, I can't vlog. I gotta see myself. I can't vlog. I can't see myself. Now, if you buy this camera's going for $339 on Amazon. Brand new out the box. But you can get this, well, it's still brand new, $339 used, new and used. However, what I liked about this camera is the features on this camera, okay? This camera had, what? Amazon ain't got the features on here. Let me slap them. Okay, the features on this camera is very simple. It got a 30 optical zoom. It has the flip screen. It shoots full HD 1080. If I'm correct, you also can go in and change the frame rate as well, which is great about this camera. And I loved it because I never had to go do that trick I just told you about. Me had to, look in the mirror and look at myself to make sure I'm in frame. I can look at myself in the video on top of this flip screen. But for $339, this camera got the job done. I loved it. It also takes great pictures. The button is convenient right here, so you didn't have to go looking for the button. You knew exactly where the button was compared to this one. The button was at the top, but the button was right here, so you had it was very good. It had a nice grip on it. It's compact. You can put it right in your pocket, go up in wherever you're going. It's actually great in low light situations. That's what Sony is very known for, is its low light capabilities of actually getting great imaging, great video in low light. They did a good thing with that. Zeus, Z-E-I-S, Zest, I think that's what it is. Zeus, Zest. The lens, people that made the lens, that also they're great with this. It has a 3.5, 6.4 aperture. Great for his money. Now, if you're talking about upgrading and you ain't trying to go to a DSLR yet, if you want to go from the Canon to the Sony. Like I said, I'm going to leave all descriptions of the links where you can find these cameras in the link below. Look them up, okay? Now, I told y'all my first baby was a T2i, I'm sorry. My next camera I'm going to talk about is Bow. I still got it. My T3i. I got this from the pawn shop. I paid probably like $200 to $300 for this camera. And the reason I paid for it is because I wanted the lens off the camera, okay? However, this camera is very great. I mean, if you talking about you want to start out shooting, like, if you want to, of course, go from your Sony, and you want to just, really just want to, oh, one more thing. Sorry about that. If you want to go from this to this, even though this is great and it gets you great video, both of these cameras will not allow you to do anything to your audio, okay? That's the only thing that sucks about it, that you cannot hook a mic up to neither one of them for audio, okay? And that's where I also recommend for you to go up for DSLR. And also, even though this camera is a great camera for starting out with Sony, the battery also, life is very short in this camera. So, I also recommend you getting another battery, okay? The battery life sucks. But overall, it's a great camera. Now, back to my first DSLR camera that I recommend. If you want to upgrade from your point and shoot cameras, and you want to get big boy, get your DSLR T-Rebel, the T3i, starting out right now with a lens would be, well, body only will run you, tell you right now. $399, okay? $399 we get you this with an 18 to 35, 135 millimeter 3.5, 4.6 lens, okay? This has 18 megapixels sensor, 3.7 frame per second if you're shooting. It also has 9-point autofocus. It also has a 128 ISO level, 1080 HD. It shoots 30 frames, 60 frames, 24 frames. You know, you want to get the realistic, you know, going on right now. How I'm looking real realistic. You know what I'm saying? Also, you also can, yes, hook a mic up to it, and that's where it makes it better than this boy. Even though this boy get low light and it's a beast, this boy gonna get you the great video and audio, because it has a spot for your audio jack. Okay, that would make this camera better than this camera. Okay, and the life on the batteries are great with the T3. I actually had to give it up. I only have 3 batteries so far, and they're great. I mean, I can plug one up and I can use it for probably about 6 to 8 hours. Then it just die off, and I'll be jumping on the next battery. So that's what I like about this camera. And when I start shooting my music videos, this is what I started out with. I can look at the screen, flip it around. You know what I'm saying? When I'm vlogging, when I was vlogging, I can look at myself. If the light is hitting, I can, you know, tilt it down, turn it around so the light won't hit it. So yeah, that was great about this camera. Okay, the button was also right here, make it convenient for me to hit the record button. But what this also have that these cameras don't have is that it has profiles, which means that when you're trying to color correct your video, you go into your neutral and, you know, take all the contrast and saturation out your video. So when you go into like Final Cut Pro, Premiere, and you want to go to edit, you can actually make it how you want it to look. Make it neutral and pop in that color. You know what I'm saying? Control the lighting. Very good starter kit. And if you take care of your babies, they will take care of you, okay? Don't never let nobody tell you that you have to jump up to the big boys to get the job done. It ain't the camera, it's the person behind the camera, okay? Then, of course, I got another big little boy for you, okay? He very little, but he gets the job done, okay? And it is my wife's Canon SL1, okay? And it is a beast. This little boy right here, he goes for a whopping $423. And if you buy him without a lens, use what? Leave me alone. Okay, it's a her. I've been staying corrected. I apologize. Her name is what? Candy. Her name is Candy. Okay, Candy going for $209 on Amazon used. But if you don't want to buy her used, you get her for $423. That's without a lens. And you can get her for, well, they don't have her with a lens, but you know the point. You can just buy your lens separate. $423 without a lens, or $200 used without a lens. Great. Also got 18 megapixels, but it got 4 frames per second continuous shooting, 9 point autofocus, as well as just like the T3i. It has up to 256,000 ISO. It shoots 1080 and 30, 25 and 24. It shoots 720 and 60, 50 frame per second, and then it also shoots HP for 29 minutes format. Blase. You can get a lot done with this little boy right here. But what I like about him that I didn't have with him, what I like about her that I did not have with him is that the screens are touch screen, okay? But what also make him a little disadvantaged than him is that he don't have a flip screen, okay? So, if you're looking into investing in him, I would recommend you also getting a monitor and getting you a mic. Hook them up, both of them up to this. Get your rig. You can do probably a whole short documentary movie with this little boy right here, and you only will pay $200 for him starting out. Okay, your video will come out great, but like I say, the downfalls to this one is also the battery sucks. Okay, the battery sucks. Now if you get you some great batteries, then they might, and then of course you don't have a screen to look at if you're vlogging. Okay, but if you talk about shooting music videos or both of these will work. If you're talking about vlogging, I would pick this one over this one. If you're talking about, like I said, shooting documentaries, both of them will work. They both take audio. They both have different profiles you can set for them. They both will work. Okay, all four of these cameras will get the job done for what you're looking for them to do. Don't jump into the ball game and just go grab the first camera that people all recommend. Okay, I would love to have the 5D Mark or the 1DX, and you gotta crawl before you run. Okay, now what you see me shooting on right now is my 80D. Yes, I treated myself a couple years ago. I think it's been about for 2 years. So I treated myself to an 80D. I have my Rode mic on top of it. My wife bought me for my birthday or Christmas. I forgot what she bought it for me. What you bought that for me for? She bought it for Christmas. She bought me the Rode mic for Christmas. I also found another one at the pawn shop. If you missed that video on all my equipment, make sure you check that out. I'm gonna leave that link in the box below. But yeah, this your boy Capture Motion. I'm ending with this piece right here. It's not the camera, but the person behind the camera. If you know what you're doing, if you don't know what you're doing, find out. And when you find out, apply it and create, and let me enjoy it. Make sure you subscribe, thumbs up this video. But yes, those are my 4 cameras that I recommend for any beginning YouTuber to go purchase in 2019 to get you started. Go out there and create. Peace.